Bonjour, welcome to French 1. I'm Madame Rumley. It is Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, week 17, January 18th. And today's subject matter is allons-y, or let's go. Lots of expressions and conjugations with the verb to go, aller. Can I have just a show of hands really quick? Who has watched the video lessons in YouTube prior to class? This is not like a grading thing, just curious. Do you guys remember how to do the green checks? So under your name in the participants box, there's four little icons: a smiley face, a little person with a clock, a hand, and then a little check. If you select the check one, you can choose either green yes or red no. So go ahead and give me, okay, so not too many people. Okay. Why don't you get in the habit of looking at those before class might be helpful. All right. Le programme pour aujourd'hui est prière, écriture, cultural corner, révision devoir, leçon 14 et devoir. All right. Let's have some prayer. Father, thank you so much for this day. Thank you so much that we get to meet together, and I just invite you into all the changes and the processes going on, the just figuring out all these new softwares and where things are, and the tech problems or the mistakes I make. I ask that you give us all lots and lots of grace to deal with it, and that in just a week's time or very soon we would just really get in the swing of things and feel confident moving forward. I invite you into this class in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. L'écriture pour aujourd'hui vient de Exode 23. Exodus 23. Little backwards moment. There are 22 of you, and we will take turns going through the verse aloud. So, can everyone lever les mains? Everyone raise your hands, please. I need everyone to have their hands raised. Okay. Alyssa, you are up first. Vas-y. Oh, let me do it. So I'm getting ahead of myself. Tu n'auras pas d'autre Dieu devant ma face. You shall have no other gods before me. Tu, you. N'aura is means will not or shall not in the future. We will not be doing this tense this year, but in French too you will. And then there's the negative sandwich around it. So it's like you will not or shall not. D'autres of others or have others. It's not quite the same as it is in English. Tu n'auras pas d'autres. You will not have or belong of other, because de means of or from. That's de. We've learned this word, but it becomes a contraction here with the apostrophe because autre starts with a vowel. Tu n'as pas d'autre other. Dieu means gods. Devant, you know this word, in front of. Ma face, in front of my face or in front of me. Tu n'auras pas d'autre Dieu devant ma face. It's not letting me delete those. Oh well. All right. Alyssa, your turn. Exode 23. Well done, Alyssa. Très bien. All right, Stephen. Yes. Well done. Isabel? Yes. Dieu Good job. It's like really good to hear your guys' voices again, because I didn't get to hear it too much last week. All right, Hannah, you're up next. So I gave you permissions, which means a talk button should have showed up under my video, I believe. It says yes. Excellent. Well done. All right, Rachel. Very good. You guys sound great after all this time. Danielle. So there should be, okay, audio setup, I see. If you need to do that, go right ahead. Oh, so there should be a talk button underneath my video. You can just press it. There you go. Yes. Well done. Well done. Okay, good job. Mark, you're up next. Yes. Well done. That sounded great, Mark. All right, Elena, you're up. Yes. Good. Except Exodus, we just pronounce Exode. Good. I'm not sure if you said it right the first time. It was came in and out. Your sound came in and out a little bit, but I think you had said it. But anyways, besides that, it sounded excellent. Rebecca, your turn. You guys are doing marvelously, by the way. Oops, I gave Sarah permissions instead. Go ahead, Rebecca. Mm-hmm. Well done. Sarah, your turn. Yes. Excellent. Elaine? Mm-hmm. Excellent. Eva? Yes. Good. Well done. Vari? You there, Vari? I see your microphone working, but I don't hear you. Or I mean, your microphone is on, is what I meant. Okay. You want to try another time then? Or do you want to, maybe, let's come back to you. You can do audio setup. And we'll do Olivia, and we can come back to you after, Vari. So don't lower your hand yet. Okay, Olivia? Yes. Good. Can you say Dieu devant ma face one more time? Face. Good. Good job, Olivia. Well done. All right, Hannah? Yes. D'autres. D'autres. Mm-hmm. Good. That sounded great. Well done. All right, Clayton? Yes. Well done. That sounded great. Rachel? It sounded like I heard you there for a second. Are you there? Make sure the volume's all turned up and everything's plugged in properly. Okay. Oh, are you there? Okay, we'll come right back to you, Rachel, okay? Victoria? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Well done. And Annie. Ooh, I'm going to sneeze. Yes. Yes. Well, yes. Good job. That sounded great. Rachel, let's come back to you. Yay. Yes. Yes, we can. Good job. All right, guys. Well done. Round of applause for all of you. I'm really proud. You guys sounded so good for, being out of practice for so long. And I had hardly any corrections for you guys. And way to make the Blackboard audio system work for you. I'm proud of you guys. You are not doing something easy, and you are rocking it. So well done. As you know, there is a Google document you can access. I think I sent out an email with the link to it, and although I think there's also a link to it in the announcements page of a document that has all the verses for the whole year. So it's all the list I refer to. I posted for you, so you can refer to that, and if you want to look at previous or future verses. All right, today's cultural corner is really tiny because I want to do a lot of practices today, but we're going to be learning a lot of the conjugation of the word to go and that verb to go, but then also there's a lot of expressions that go with the word to go. And in French, we say things like on y va, which means let's go. And then so you can also say that exact same thing in a different voice. Say on y va means like, yeah, let's go. So you can ask like, let's go, or yeah, let's go. And then sometimes some people, my dad especially, no, but some people will say on y go. So they actually put the English word for go in there instead of the French word for go. So it's like a weird little French-English mix. So on y va means let's go, and then on y go means let's go with like a little bit of English in there. Allons donc, like, is another way of saying let's go, and allons-y is another way of saying. These are all ways of saying let's go. And you can use it to ask a question. You can use it to answer the same question. You can mix it with English or hear other versions. And that's it for our cultural corner. So let's get into it. All right, let's do some flash vocab. So in the chat, please write for me this conjugation of the following words. What does supermarché mean in English? Yeah, that was a hard one, wasn't it? Supermarket or grocery store? Good. How about un magasin? Very good. It's just the general word for store. How about un cinéma? The movies, movie theater. Good. Une bibliothèque. Une bibliothèque. Library. Oh, so these are all nouns. So they all are a thing, not to go to the place, but a grocery store, a store. This is kind of review from last week. Oh, all right. Une église. Yes, that was a short cultural corner. It's a church, often more often referring to a Catholic church. Un temple is also a church. Well, I don't know about normal. Normal's different for different people, but it is a Protestant church. Yes. They make a much stronger differentiation in France between whether you are a Protestant Christian or Catholic Christian. Than I think, at least in my experience with the places I've been in the United States. When people ask you if you're Christian, they very will commonly either say I'm Protestant or what kind of Christian are you, Catholic or Protestant? It's a little bit more of a deal there. How about un centre commercial? A mall type thing. That's exactly right. A mall, shopping center, commercial center, any of those, but it is a mall. How about une école? Une école. School. Good. Un musée. Oops, Rebecca. Un musée is a museum. Good. Une piscine. Alyssa was on it. It's a pool, swimming pool. Good. Guys, these ones are pretty easy, aren't they? These vocab words, they're very similar to, yes, Hannah, it's like the Latin for fish. They're very similar to, oh, you guys, hold on. Just hold on. Don't you think these vocab words are not as hard as other ones because they're similar to English? Or did the little funny things I said last week help you remember? Like the Latin word for fish, the Latin word for book. Cool. Okay. Okay, now, un parc. I should jump around next time and you guys will be like all confused. Okay. Okay, well, maybe you could come up. That's a good one, Hannah. Magasin makes you think of magazines. Maybe just think about how every time you go to Walmart, which is kind of a general store, right? There's a lot of magazines near the checkout. I don't know. Try to think of something clever, funny to make you remember. How about un stade? Yeah, stadium. Or even just like a track kind of thing. Une plage. This is one of those words that does not look like the English. It's a beach. Does anyone have any clever way of remembering how that plage means beach? You just think of it. It's already connected in your brain. That's good. And then finally, un théâtre. I don't think we talked too much about this. Yes, so it means, yes, exactly, Hannah. So let's take everyone pay attention for a moment. I don't think we talked too much about this last week. The difference between un cinéma and un théâtre. Because in English, we use the word theater and cinema interchangeably. However, in French, un cinéma is specifically the movies, like a movie theater. I don't know if you can even read. In English, sometimes we even do it theater ER, okay? But then un théâtre is specifically a play theater. And often in English, they'll even have it be RE to kind of show the difference. But anyways, so in they are not interchangeable in French. They are in English, so this is going to take some care for you. You might be stuck on a trick question because cinema is movie theater. That's easy, right? But un théâtre does not mean a movie theater. It means a play theater exclusively. Can I have green checks that you understand? Good. So this is one of those things you'll have to like keep extra in mind. Good. All right. Now I'm going to switch it up and have the flash vocab in English for our vocab words to do with the house. And this time you tell me the word in French. So first let's begin with house. And I'm not giving you points, but I would give you extra points if you gave me the article as well. It is maison. Is it masculin or féminin? It is une maison. Une maison. This is really sexist, but you could say the house is where the woman stays. Okay, that's not necessarily my philosophy in life, but we can pretend to say that to remember that house is feminine. How about historically speaking? The house is where the... Yes, exactly. Ma means my. We haven't learned it yet, but it's feminine. All right, that was awkward. Okay, how about just the word just for room? No. Yeah. Une salle is one of them. There's two words we could have done. How about I start typing these out? So we have une maison. Remember, a room is a piece of the house. Chambre is bedroom, specifically. The bedchamber. Yes, Rachel, yes. This is one that I think I may have added to what your textbook had, but it is une pièce. I don't know why this one is so hard for students. Every year, students have a hard time remembering this one, but I don't know why. Because it makes sense to me that like a une pièce looks exact like the word piece in English, and it's a piece of the house. A room is a piece of the house. Just generally speaking, a room. Yeah, it's like in my extra vocab you can give the kids teacher edition list. Okay, room. I feel like it's a really useful word to know when we're talking about our houses. Just a general word for room is une pièce. Une salle is kind of okay, but une pièce is kind of more what we want to do. Okay, now bedroom. That one is une chambre. Une chambre. Specifically. Okay. Although, if you were in France and you're trying to refer to rooms in general and you said the word chambre, they would understand what you're saying. Anyways, how about a bathroom as in the place where we shower or bathe, clean our bodies? Very good. It is une salle de bain. Very good. Good spelling, guys. No. Good question, Daniel. Not everything in the house is feminine, although that would be convenient. How about toilet, where we relieve ourselves? Very good. Les toilettes, plural. Not sure why it's plural. How about dining room? Yes. I don't think this one is too hard because it has the word eat in it. La salle à manger. Oops, my computer likes to fix my accents for me. Okay, good. How about cuisine? Oh, darn it. That's what happens when you think too much between two languages. What about kitchen? Sometimes I don't even know which language I'm speaking. Okay. It is la cuisine. Moving on. What is living room? There are two possible words you could do. This one is masculine. Actually, I wonder if it's because that's like the room that men would go like smoke their cigars in after dinner. Does that all? I don't know. I like to think of reasons for things when maybe there isn't a reason for it. But it is le salon. Does anyone remember what the other word was that I taught you last week? Another common word? No, good guess. It's another la salle, but this time it's de séjour. Séjour has the word day in there. Jour, séjour is kind of like every day, or kind of like the daily room or something. Living room, the day that we spend our days in. I don't know. Try to think of things. La salle de séjour. So the textbook gave you the word le salon, but honestly, I feel like I've heard la salle de séjour more often in France. So try to remember that. Although in France, they would totally know what you're talking about if you said le salon. I feels old-fashioned to me, but whatever. Maybe it's just the regions of France I've been to. And then finally, garden and yard. It's one word to refer to them both, and it is le jardin. Very good. Le jardin. I don't know why I think that's a pretty word. Okay. It is also masculine. So maybe we could come up with ideas of the men working in the fields or something. I don't know. That's just silly. But also whatever it takes to remember things, right? Oh, it is a pretty word. All right. And then finally, we also talked last week about, so we talked a lot about the town and what's in a town. We talked about the size of a town. We talked about our house, all the different rooms in our house, houses, and the word for apartment, building, all those things. And then we talked about giving directions last week. So does anyone remember the word for left? I almost said it in French again. Hannah, that is a great summation. And then the word for bathroom is plural. So maybe we can, yes. The word left, just by itself, is gauche. Excuse me, the word for right is droite. Good. The expression for to the left is à gauche. Very good. The expression for to the right, à droite. And the expression for straight ahead, am I going too fast? Toute droite. Il y a means there is. So that's a really important expression to remember, but this one is straight ahead. Okay, little side note. In the same way in English, we say the word right to mean correct, or like the straight way, and the direction right. In French, it's the same thing, same idea. So if you get mixed up between gauche and droite, just remember that straight ahead is kind of like the correct, like straight and narrow path, and then the side right and what's correct is also the same word. If that was confusing, just drop it. But if you got what I meant, hopefully that'll help you remember. All right, moving on. How do we say turn when we're giving directions? Good. This is conjugated, by the way. So we're saying like you, vous, you either, you formally, because maybe you don't know the person you're giving directions to. Tourner. And then, very good. And then, how do we say continue? Very hard. Yes. It's the word continue with a Z at the end. Continue. Any questions? Do you have any questions about giving directions? Okay. Any questions about the house or about sites around the town? Okay. Tout le monde levez les mains. Everyone raise your hands. No, we're not going to do this one. All right. Everyone raise your hands. We'll be doing written exercises. I'm going to give everyone written permissions just off the bat. Please do not abuse your privilege. Only do what I assign you to do and when you're assigned it. All right. So we're on page 198 in the textbook. And in this one, if you want to turn with me to in your textbook to page 198. All right. You are visiting your friend Pauline in Montreal. For each of the situations below, decide where you would like to go. Ask Pauline if there is such a place in her neighborhood. So, for example, if the sentence in front of you says you are hungry, let's pretend it says, oops, wrong one. You are hungry. Then your response in the line below would be, où est-ce qu'il y a un restaurant? Okay, you're putting into practice here all the places around a town, where things are. So if you're hungry or thirsty, where would you go to to fulfill those needs? If you want to see a movie, where would you go to do that? And you're putting this into practice using the questions that we've learned. So remember, we've learned how to say où est, like where is. We learned how to say où est-ce qu'il y a, where is there. There are a few more, but those are kind of the basic ones. Do you have any questions about? Sure, Olivia, we can talk about that in a second. I'm going to assign everyone to do this, and then I'll help you out. Oh, I've already answered. Okay. You slipped and you're afraid you sprained your ankle. So yes, you would go to the hospital. Thanks, Mari. All right. So Rachel, number 1. Alyssa, number 2. Eva, number 3. Olivia, number 4. Sarah, number 5. So just go with the number matching the number of the exercise matching the number next to your name. Où est-ce qu'il y a un cinéma? Very good. You want to see a movie, so you want to know where the movie theater is. You want a soft drink. Où est-ce qu'il y a un café? Very good. If you did a restaurant for that would have been fine as well. Either one, perfectly fine. You want to run on a track. Pauline, est-ce qu'il y a un stade dans ton quartier? Well done, trying a different version. I want to apologize to you because on the recording you'll see all sorts of pop-ups on my computer, unfortunately, because I can only take a screenshot video. I still haven't heard back from Blackboard on how to record within Blackboard, so until then we'll just do this. You want to swim a few laps. Où est-ce qu'il y a une piscine? Very good. My recordings will always be on YouTube. Good question, Hannah. You want to read a book about Canada. Pauline, est-ce qu'il y a... Où est-ce qu'il y a une bibliothèque? Perfect. Well done. And way to kind of switch it up and not just copy exactly my answer, which would have been fine if you did, but to really kind of figure it out yourselves. Okay. Good job. Lower your hands if you just went and re-raise them. All right. This one, I'm going to send you to breakout rooms to do. So first, let's do an example together. So we're on page 199, en ville. A tourist who is visiting a French city asks a local resident how to get to the following places. All right, so once you go to your breakout rooms, whoever's name is on top is the resident. Whoever's name is second, on bottom, is the tourist. Got it? You'll need to have your textbooks open because this page will disappear, by the way. Okay, so first person is going to be the resident or the local person. Resident. The second person is going to be the tourist asking for directions. Okay, so the first person, the tourist rather, will be asking, où, I was looking for a café de la Poste. Okay, so that's that first picture there. Oops, I keep doing the wrong accent. Où est le café de la Poste? And the resident would say, c'est, or you could say le café de la Poste, or you could say le café est sur rue, let's capitalize that, rue Pascal. And then the tourist could say something like, oh, where's that? US. And then the resident would answer, tout droit, straight ahead. You could see me as I was typing it, right? You didn't have to wait till I was all done. Just wondering. Okay, cool. Okay, so tourist asks where the thing is in the first box. Where is the Hotel Continental? Where is the cafe? Where is the blah, blah, blah? The person answers what street it's on, and then the tourist then asks how to get there, and the resident gives the direction. So we're kind of putting into practice everything we learned last week in terms of the town. Any questions on what to do? You be open on page 199. Okay, page 199, because this page will disappear. Okay, so don't forget, I'm going to give you permissions right now. You should have a video and a talk button underneath the video box. It will go blank because I'll leave. You can start typing. You can do the whiteboard on the blank page in front of you if you prefer. You can type in the chat. That chat no one else sees. The whiteboard no one else sees. Any questions? My rules are the same, where I want you to, if it doesn't work in the first 10 seconds to get the video and audio working, or just the audio, you don't have to do video if you don't want to, just start typing. Let's not waste any time. Oh, and I forgot last week that we have a timer that everyone can see. So I'm going to give you guys, let's start with 4 minutes. I'll jump around the room and see what it looks like. If it looks like we need more or less time. Okay? You can type on the whiteboard if you want. No one else will see it. We will. Okay. If you are alone, I will fix it as soon as possible. Good luck. Hey, Lissa, who was in here with you? Oh, I thought there was someone in here before. Okay, I'll move you to another room. All right, guys, so I just added Alyssa. I think she accidentally ended up in a room alone. You guys can just kind of take turns doing tourist and resident. Hey, Rebecca. Clayton looks like he dropped out of the class. Why don't you just continue working by yourself until he comes back, and then I'll send him back to you, okay? All right, bonjour, welcome back. I think Aaron, you got stuck in the outside room for like 30 seconds or something, but tell me how that went. It seemed like a bunch of people got some good hearty practice. Some of you sounded amazing. Some of you had a lot of really good things written down. Halfway through is fine. Went well, très bien. Sort of a one-sided conversation. Okay, good. Good, guys. Hey, pat yourself on the back. We now made second class back in this new stuff, and we made a breakout room work. Woohoo! All right. Any questions about the exercise? I like this one because it combines kind of everything that we put together, or it combines everything we learned from last week. Okay, good. Good. All right. House, we're not going to skip this one. Good job on some of you emailed me your projects, which were cool. Some of you posted them in the discussion. It was fun to see. All right. Any questions about last week's lesson? I feel like we got a pretty thorough review of it. We're going to have our 5-minute break, and then we're going to continue with, here, let me get my timer. Oh, I don't need a timer on my phone anymore. Okay. And then we will continue with the lesson for this week. Leçon 14. See you in 5 minutes.